So when you scroll down a product listing on Amazon, you'll usually notice a couple of extra sections with more pictures and words about the product. And these are the A+ content sections of a product. One of them is called Enhanced Product Description, which is essentially just the basic version of A+ content, which I have a full tutorial on that I'll leave a link to down in the description. And then the other one is called Brand Story. Now, creating a brand story, creating this section on your product listing is one of the easiest ways for you to separate yourself from competitors and just really go into more detail about your brand, your story, and the product that you sell, including the other products that you sell. Because it gives you a chance to go more into detail about why you're selling that product, why you have your brand, kind of like almost like a mission statement, if you will, but also it gives you a chance to link and cross-sell your other products and essentially why you are better than your competitors. But ultimately, this is just a chance for you to occupy more real estate on Amazon.com to show off your product and therefore get more sales. At least that's how I see it. So in this video, not only am I going to dive deep into how to create it on your own and upload it on your product listing, but also show you what you should and should not include. I've also included free Canva templates for the brand story images because you have to pre-size them to correct pixels and, it's kind of an ordeal. And so you can access those free templates in the video description down below so that you can just get right to creating it. And also, my name is Mark. If you could help me out and hit the like button, and if even just one person subscribes to my channel from this video, I will continue to upload videos about how to sell on Amazon every week. And so please hit the like button, subscribe, let's dive in. Now, like I said, brand story content is essentially just more content, which are images and words about not only the product that you sell, but the other products that you sell. So it's really a great time to cross-sell and link your other products that you offer. All someone has to do is just click on your other product or click on the pictures and it'll redirect them, link them to your other product ASIN. And really, this is comprised of two things. You're going to have a background photo, and then you're going to have these carousels. Now, this is where the variety comes in. The carousels can be just about just words. They can be links to other products. That's what they mostly have, is they just cross-sell and link to your other products, which I personally would do. I mean, that's the whole point, right? That's why they're selling on Amazon, is to get sales. And so I would use up as many opportunities as possibly could to show other products that I sell, because especially if you're selling, products all within the same niche, people will buy your other products, or they at least will be more aware of them. This one is a Nixon watch. I was actually a little bit surprised. There's a pretty basic section, but that's kind of like the Nixon style of watches. They're pretty simple. So they have a nice calming background, and then they actually don't even link any products. They just have photos. So pretty simple. You can go about it that way. This is a cool brand that I recently found. These are the Ninja Creamy Cups that I've been getting really into recently. And so I feel like they had a really good brand story section. They're not linking other products. It's just more pictures and words about their products in general, but it perceived a lot more value, that this was a great, more, suitable long-term product that I was going to purchase instead of from a listing that doesn't have any extra content. So it just perceives more value. Just to give you even more of a visual, it's basically comprised of 5 things. The first one is your background image, which stays the same, doesn't change. And then you have carousels. These are all in different colors because you have 4 different types of carousels. One of them is linking to other products. The other one is just a picture that you can have with words. The other one is all words. So I'll kind of go into them. This is what you are going to be really using is these carousel images to swipe through. Now, with that being said, I want to go a little bit more into the do's and the don'ts real quick about what you should or shouldn't include in your brand story. What you should do is sell your brand. Sell your brand. That is what people care about in today's day and age, right? People want to be sold on a story, on you, on your passion. This is a great place to do it. Sell your vision, why you sell these products. Real stories and real people really sell. They do. You can also share customer feedback or social proof through pictures of your product, but try to make this easy. Repurpose and reuse the content from your product images if you have nothing to start with, okay? With that being said, obviously you want to use good images, but also maximize the keywords that describe your product the best. Now, for these to actually make a difference in your SEO and your indexing on Amazon, it's going to be like the backend search, the backend keywords, which I'll show you how to use. The keywords that you actually like see on the brand story won't really make much of a difference. It's the backend search terms that I'll show you how to put in, and that's where you're going to want to put in the most highly relevant keywords to your product. What to not do: don't have a crazy background where it just looks messy, garbage, but it's just so distracting and someone has a couple seconds to look at it. Too much is going on there. I'm going to keep on going. Make it simple. I would not add a ton of text. I wouldn't overdo it. I would do more pictures. I think that sells more because you don't have to exert a lot of energy to look at a picture versus reading. You want to make this as easy as possible for customers to look at. At the same time, do not overthink this. And what I mean by that is don't get to the point where you overthink it so much that you actually don't put up anything. Something is better than nothing. Just put something up and then you can revise. My personal philosophy, I think that this pertains a lot to brand story because it's easy to try to make it as perfect and compare yourself to other brands, but who cares? Just put something up, and I'll show you how to put up a very basic, easy version if you don't really know where to start, that you can create here on Canva. Now, to access the brand story section, go ahead and click on the top left inside Seller Central, Advertising, and then A+ Content Manager. And then this is like the home page. And then when you click the top right, start creating A+ content. And then we're going to go to create a brand story. For the content name, you could literally put whatever. For this example, I'm going to be recreating for a product, fidget toys. It's going to first want you to create a background image. When I click add background image, it says I basically have to add in two versions, a background image for a desktop view and then a mobile view. And those are going to be sized differently. So when you click the link to the Canva file below this video, you'll come into what should look like this, and you'll have each size dimension. Now, to make it even easier, if you just click where it says start here instructions, I would just follow this step 1 through 8, make your life easier to stay a bit organized. And so we're going to start off by creating the background image for the desktop view and the mobile view. Canva is super easy to use once you get used to it. And so the purpose of me recreating some of this on here in this tutorial is for you to just know how to do a couple quick tricks with Canva that will make it look a lot better. Just so you can, shortcut a long time trying to figure it out on your own. When it comes to the background image, I personally like to always start off by getting examples, getting inspired, getting ideas. You can literally Google Amazon brand story graphic templates, and there's a lot of great examples in here. If you're unsure as far as like, oh, I'm not creative enough, I don't know what it should or should not look like. For one, I would do this. Second, repurpose the content you already have. And then third, use what's inside here in Canva. So if I hover on background, there's already like a lot of backgrounds that you can use from here. Or if I go to design, because of the size of this template file, there's already designed specifically for this type of layout that Canva is suggesting. So I usually would just pick something from here and then recreate it from there. As you see, there's some white blocks on here on the first and second page. I've created this as if these blocks are the carousels. And then when someone swipes on the carousels, this is what the second page is going to look like. I'm essentially saying you don't want to put up a bunch of work into creating a background that's going to get covered by the carousels. Does that make sense? So for example, when I scroll down here, right here, this is what I have on Amazon for this product that I'm going to be recreating of mine. And once I scroll down, also currently Amazon shorts for fidget gun toy. Yeah. Anyways, okay, when I go from the brand, if I scroll, as you can see, it covers my background. So like, that's why I say keep it simple. You know what I mean? When I come back in here into Canva, so first page, second page, plan accordingly. To recreate this background, as I'm going to show you, what I would like to do, start off is I'm going to duplicate this first page, and then I'm going to see what they have in here. And I'm actually going to remove these blocks. Let's go to design. I kind of like, where was it? I kind of like this one, mostly because of the colors and the font. So I'm going to remove most of this stuff. And I personally am just going to leave, I like this font. I've always liked Anton font. What I'm going to do is change it to fidget toys. I'm going to expand it a little bit, make it a little bit smaller, come back in here, copy. Now I have an idea as far as where I should and should not edit. Put it right here. Okay, actually, I'll put it right there. And I always like to have a element behind words so that they stand out a bit more. So I'm gonna add in this block. Okay, make it center, rotate, and then I'm gonna expand it out all the way. And let's make it a little bit shorter. Right click, layer, send all the way to back so it's behind the words. I want to change up these colors. As far as which colors, I like this lighter gray, white-ish color. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So if I rotate it, this is at 10 degrees. Let's make sure that's equal. 10 degrees. That's looking great. Now, to make the words even better looking, if I click effects, you can do a shadow, which I really like. You can do this lift, which I usually will do. I just think it looks good, but it's not too much. You could do hollow, all these different things. What's on Amazon right now is this like neon type-esque, but I'm going to change it up for this example. I really like this shadow. If I want to offset it even more, I think that looks pretty clean. I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to recreate it. Actually, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Highlight, right click, duplicate, and then here we go. And then right click, duplicate. There's my third one. And let's also highlight these, right click, layer, send all the way to the back. Let's expand these two. And we got to make this a bit smaller so it actually fits in. Just to make all of these sizes, pretty congruent, I'm going to change all the font to 65 just so it all looks the same. And then this one's going to say, let's just say for kids or adults. The words that you put in the background will not affect your SEO. So just FYI. Like that's going to be for the search terms that we'll go through here in a sec. Let's just change up these colors real quick. Okay, I like this military kind of green look because let's say that this is my final background image for my desktop view. If I want to see what it looks like when someone clicks on it, I can duplicate this page and then scroll down to where it has the 4 squares, copy this final carousel square. So just, to know ahead of time that it is covered. All right. So once we've done that, let's see what it's going to look like for the mobile view because we need to download that one as well. And it's going to be differently. So once I click into the mobile background, here's page 1. And if someone scrolls, let's see. So like right here. So this is what's on Amazon right now. This is what someone sees when they click on my listing. And that's like an error. Like I should fix that because they're not looking at anything. And then once they swipe, then it will look like this. So a couple of things that I do real quick. And when I edit in mobile view, I will just paste it and then resize it accordingly, like the same background. But then I like to put in these like swipe emojis for people to have like a call to action to swipe. So you could do that by looking in the elements and typing in swipe. You can do that there. I did that in the background as well right here. I recommend doing that for sure. What I recommend doing is having that on the background image so that it stays still instead of having it on the carousel item, because when someone swipes on the carousel images, once it leaves the first page, they're not going to see anymore. So you always wanted to have it stay still. So it should be on the background. So once you've done that, download, save those 2 background images, and then you will come back here into Amazon and then upload those 2 images. Okay. So with that being said, describe image for customers using screen read application. Okay. Right here, this is where you put in your backend search terms. This is where you put in your keywords, the best ways to explain your product, and this will help you get indexed even more for your product listing. This is what matters right here as far as like keywords SEO goes. Right here, this headline, this body text, it will not change your ranking of your product listing or how many words available as far as like where people can find it with more keywords as much as the backend SEO search term. Does that make sense? Next thing is if we click add module, then we'll be able to see the other carousel items: brand ASIN and story showcase, brand focus image, brand logo and description, and then brand Q&A. When I do brand ASIN and showcase, what will happen is you can upload an image if you'd like to, but the second that you put in a different ASIN in here and you upload it, then they're just going to use the product image from that ASIN and put it in that square. And so like, don't waste a ton of time optimizing that because it's just going to get overturned by what you have linked to that product. Does that make sense? So for example, on my listing for this product, if I scroll, these are just links to other child listings of this product, and it doesn't show like the fancier version of the image here, like here on the left. Coming back in here, and then brand focus image. This is like probably my favorite. It's just an up close image, and I like this one probably the most. And lastly, we have this brand logo and description. It's just a smaller dimension of your of a logo, and then kind of going more into like the actual brand as far as why you built it, why you're selling those products, why you like those products, etc. So let's come into the brand focus image. I think what's most important in this context is just the quality of the actual product image and the background. Here's a couple products that I have that I am showcasing on this ASIN. So if I just copy this, let's just paste it page below, and let's start off with this one. So I typically like to just use a simple background, and I really like these gradient colors here. If you scroll all the way down, I kind of like this one. So if I click on this picture that I have of my product, obviously we need to click the background remover up here on the top left, and let's make that a little bit bigger. Now, because the colors are so similar, it's hard for this guy to stand out. So the first thing I would do is click edit. And then if you come back over here to shadows, you can have this like glow, or you can have this drop glow effect, or you can have an outline. Or one thing I really like, it's almost like it's hovering like this. I think that looks pretty clean. I like to add in just a different color in here. I like to have it hover over like that. And then just a different color, like a basic color, nothing crazy. Like I think that looks like pretty dope. Or if I want to do something with this banana toy. Okay, here we have them right here. Let's find a fun background. Let me see what I use. Like, let's see if the Canva has anything. So if I just hover over design or even background and click or food, nothing is really speaking to me when I'm looking in here, to be honest, as far as like what would go good with this. If anything, I kind of like that color, but one thing I'll do is just click this color, and let's just do another gradient color, and let's do something a little bit darker so that the bananas actually stand out. So once again, background remover, let's make these a little bit bigger. I'm gonna separate these so quickly I could just duplicate. So now one of my own. Awesome, that looks great. And then I want to add in some quick effects. Here's the glow, usually default to, or an outline. So I like this glow. And like I said, this is for the whole purpose of just showcasing our products even a little bit more. Once I've downloaded all of those, once I've completed all of them, and then you can come back into Amazon, add and edit the content section as far as like the words go, as explaining your brand, etc. And then it will usually take, it says it will take up to 24 to 48 hours to upload. Once you upload it, it usually just takes a few hours. And then this is what the final piece looks like as far as what I have for these toys. Now they are in all proximity, and let me just be straight with you, like my brand name is Pocket Timers, which does not correlate like the words with this product. And so I did not really like showcase that, to be honest. I just showcased the word fidget toys. And so, but I did showcase and cross-sell my other fidget toy products. Essentially, it makes this listing look more professional. It took me ultimately about an hour to do, and it was a really simple way to add more value to this product listing and to yours, and therefore generate more sales. And so hopefully this video has been helpful for you. If so, please hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.